2 weeks in a row. I know. What are the odds? What are the odds? Hey, we're back Tuesday night. Total Schmidt Show tonight. DJ Cooch, I talked to earlier this year, 2022. He's a DJ. He's a comedian. Let's leave it at that. Let's go. Hey, welcome to Total Schmidt Show. How you doing? I'm back at sea. Here's what you're going to get from this show. It's kind of like quarantine comedy, except I'm not going to be home.
Actually, it's kind of like quarantine comedy and a combination of all the stuff I've done online over the last year or so. There's sketch stuff, live stuff, stand-up stuff, travel stuff, and of course, conversations with others who do the same things that I do on a daily basis.
That's it. That's the whole show. And I'm going to record it all and put it on the intraweb. Sometimes. Usually late. Always late. Maybe. I don't know. And weekly? Maybe. Sort of. Could be.
Either way, sit back. I hope you enjoy whatever the hell it is I put together for this week on Total Schmidt Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Total Schmidt Show. I am actually on my way out the door to go join yet another ship. So this is a quick intro I have to throw together for this week's show with DJ Cooch, who I talked to when we were on the Norwegian Encore, also in Alaska, where I seem to be spending most of my summer. First of all, do me a favor. As always, man, just like the video. It really helps me out big time. Subscribe to the channel. That helps me even more. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps me a ton. You know, the more subscribers I get, the more chances I have to, monetize the channel and make money off of all the videos. Today's conversation, it's a little different of a shoot, a little thing we threw together pretty quick. Him and I, we were on the called the garden deck. And it was just a two-shot, him and I kind of outside on Lido. You'll see it. But him and I talk about everything comedy, him and I touring, and also he works as a DJ at Universal Studios. My good friend DJ Cooch. Sit back, enjoy. Thanks. Total Schmidt Show. We're here every Tuesday at 6 o'clock Pacific. Enjoy the show.
My favorite song in the world is September by a band called Earth, Wind & Fire, 1978. That song is the world! Do you remember? You can't be sad with that song. There's no way in the world. Do you remember? See, everybody's all happy all of a sudden. You're the white guy. You could be at a funeral on a crappy day. Somebody died in your family, and you're there at the wake. You're like, oh yeah, he died. Ah, you feel the black church. Why, Jesus? Why? That nigga owed me $20. Why? And you cry on a crappy day. And he's like, and all of a sudden you hear, do you remember? A car passing by. Do you remember?
Wait, fucking.
Are you gonna be gangster like me, bro?
Dude.
You look like a wizard.
Dude, I look like a bad Jawa.
Yeah, there you go. A retired Java.
Jawa. Hey, man, welcome to, we talk to comics as we travel. Talk to different entertainers. It's a variation of quarantine comedy, but my friend is DJ Cooch is with me today.
What up?
And we're working on the Norwegian Bliss. So I thought I would be amiss if we didn't take an opportunity to sit down and have a conversation and talk about this week, which is fucking awesome.
Dude, it's just so awesome actually being able to work with you. And like, first of all, I consider you a homie. You're a friend. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool doing that where you're working, you don't feel alone being on the road, and you're actually working with somebody that you get along with, because that's a really hard thing for any type of entertainer, right?
Right. Plus on these shifts, because you're here for a week and you're kind of contained, it's better to be with someone you like to be with, because it sucks when you're with someone that you don't want to.
Do you lock yourself, like whenever you're on the road and somebody's there that you just don't want to be around, bad energy?
Dude,
do you just kind of like screw this.
I always find, well, you know what, a great out for that is the kids, where I go, oh man, I got to talk to my kids. I got to do a thing with the kids.
You've done that shit to me a couple times, so I don't.
Maybe.
You just don't want to be in that situation no more. You know what? The kids.
Oh, dude, the kids.
Dude, you just came down for breakfast. The kids.
So all my kids are pissed. They're like, everybody thinks we're high maintenance, Dad. Thanks a lot.
That's funny.
So, but no, it's cool. And so it's Alaska. It's our first trip back, or it's the first Alaska of the season. It's been a good run. The crowds are great. I've always loved the Alaska crowds better than anyone. Anyway, because they're hipper and I think they listen to stories more.
Well, we've noticed that the new Alaska crowd, which I call them the new Alaska crowd, they're a lot more young, right? And it's more, I don't know, maybe it's, I don't know, like a generation path. Because before, I remember a couple years back, I did Alaska, and it was an older, more mature crowd.
Well, dude, when I started doing Alaska 10 years ago, I was worried when I got the first show I got up there. I'm like, oh man, it was a lot of blue hair. It was a lot of. I'm like, man, none of my stuff. And I tamed my shit down a lot.
Oh, dude, I remember taming my stuff hardcore.
Because I was like, I just didn't know what to expect. But even now, people that are older, man, you starting to figure out that we talked about this the other day, that anybody that's here that's in their 60s or 70s, you know, they grew up in the 70s and the late 60s or the whatever. So they grew up already seeing Saturday Night Live, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, as opposed to like all the old 50s stuff. You know, Leave It to Beaver. It's not the Leave It to Beaver crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're a little bit more loose. Just, you know, you still got to break them in a little bit, you know, and make them go, oh, you're that type of comedian. Or that's how I feel, you know. But once they're with you, and they're rolling with you.
Right. Plus, sometimes on the ships, I noticed there's a lot of people that come to these shows that have never been to a show.
Yeah, there's been so many people that have never been to a comedy show ever.
Right.
And it's like, oh, whoa, so this is what live comedy is. And it's actually it's a privilege, like, to see somebody say that to me. I'm like, wow, that's cool. That was their first time. You know?
Yeah, it's really rad to have somebody come and go, I've never seen comedy ever before. And you're like, oh, well, thanks, check it out. And hopefully, honestly, it makes more people go out and see live comedy.
Yeah.
So that's what we're going on the ship. I'm leaving here in 2 days. I can't wait. I've been on the road.
Me, bro.
Dude, I'm sorry. I got to get out of here. I've been here for 2 weeks. I got to go.
It's time for you to do. You're going to be home for how long?
I've got to go to the Glory before this, the Carnival Glory,
so
and then I'm home for Lily's birthday for a week, and then I come back here to the same ship.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of the hustle. That's part of the grind. You can't say nothing about it. You're working. Be happy, bro.
I am. I got to stop booking 3 weeks in a row, though. I get a little weird on the same ship. Like, I'll be okay when I fly Saturday, because I get to walk around an airport and do some shit.
Yeah.
For some reason, I feel better. And I can call my kids, FaceTime.
It's because you're in a different environment. That's why.
Right.
You know, so.
Plus, the connection from the Alaska cruise isn't exactly the best for the connection, the Wi-Fi.
There's some spots that you just not. You're better off mailing a pigeon out. I don't know. It's just crazy.
Or screaming from the mountains.
Exactly. Low. Yeah, but it's cool.
But it's been a good run, man. It's been.
Yeah, man.
But dude, let's talk about your engagement, dude. Let's touch on that for a second, man.
Oh yeah, I just got engaged.
Dude, that's
yeah,
fucking very happy
thank
boy,
you,
man.
bro. Thank you,
Yeah.
man. It's my first one.
47 years old. It's a way to wait, right? 47?
Yeah, 47 years old. I waited this long,
Smart
man.
move, dude. Smart move.
So she must be important, right? She must be worth it.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna go the whole way. I was gonna go to a markdown of 60 and then find myself a 25-year-old that just smiles. Yeah.
Really? Start throwing one. One of those
no,
guys? Why? That's where I'm going now.
No, dude, it's just, she just, I found the perfect person.
Yeah.
The perfect woman that was just, I don't know, it was cool. And, I've always been somebody that, I guess, I was always scared as a comedian, as an entertainer. You're always scared of, like, your marriage not lasting if you do get married or anything like that. But, sometimes you got to get your balls together and take that leap and do it. So,
right.
Figured, okay, this is the person I want to take that leap with. So yeah, most definitely, she's awesome.
Good, man. I hope. How's she with the traveling and stuff so far?
She's from a small town.
Yeah.
So she's not an LA girl. She understands what I do. She understands the business that I'm in. So it's gonna take. It's adopting, of course.
Right.
I'm gonna have to slow down a little bit too because I want to spend time with my family. So I'll figure it all out.
Yeah. Right.
But I'd rather figure it out with her and figure it out together as a couple than trying to just, not do it the right way. So How hard is that though? I mean, let's be honest, you're divorced. How
Yeah.
hard was it because of the travel, or do you think?
No, when we didn't travel, I didn't travel when I was with her.
Oh,
When we were back when we moved to LA, that's when I did most of my acting stuff, all that acting reel, all that TV shit,
Okay.
all the recurrings on all those shows. I was working pretty heavily at doing commercials and acting. I wasn't doing any road stuff, very little. I'd go out like maybe 6 weeks a year.
Okay, so you weren't out.
No, I didn't
hardcore,
start. I didn't start doing shifts till we got divorced.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that wasn't. We had our own issues. I mean, it took me 3 years of therapy to figure out what the fuck that problem was. But you know, it has more to do with being in a healthy relationship, not a toxic one, and being present for each other.
Yeah.
And giving each other space, and that's something we could never figure out. And as I went to therapy, I realized how important that is. Like, there's nothing wrong with you taking a weekend off with your friends and going doing something, or even going to a ball game, or her going to do something. But you know, sometimes with my ex, it didn't work out that way, and you know, she's always like, "Where are you going? What are you doing? What?" You ever seen who's the bit the comic does? You ever seen the video? I can't remember the comic does the bits. I see it on Instagram, where it's the difference between a man going out and a woman going out. And it's the woman's going out. She goes, "Hey, I'm going out." And the guy's like, "Okay." She goes, "I might be out all night." He goes, "Oh yeah, see ya." "Okay, well, I'm gonna be with the girls." "Okay, yeah, do your thing."
Yeah.
Yeah, and they flip it around. She's like, "I'm going out. Where are you going?"
Where you going? Who are you with?
I don't know. Are you gonna eat? Maybe. Yeah, I'm hungry. Who are you going with? I don't know. Whoever goes. You know,
Is it really like that, bro? Come on.
yeah. Well, but it doesn't have to be.
Depends on the person.
No, I've also dated women that are very cool, and it's a different vibe.
Yeah.
It's hard coming out of a toxic relationship and walking into a healthy relationship, because you have an established pattern of being in a fucked up relationship.
That's crazy.
So when you're with someone, when I was first a couple times I was with somebody that was very cool, I was like, what the fuck? Why are you cool? What?
Why are you nice?
Why are you? I'm going out. Okay. What do you mean okay? Why is it okay with you that I'm going out?
And now that starts bothering you.
Yeah,
You're
like shouldn't you be?
Who are you talking to?
Don't you want to know where I'm going to be going? No. That's the third layer of that video.
Yeah,
That's hilarious.
bro, that just sucks.
You don't know what if I'm hungry? We'll get something to eat. Yeah, but without you, is that okay? Yes, but okay. It just seems weird.
That's funny, dude. Yeah, well, you know what? Just hope. I'm going with the best intention and the best hope, and you know, my intentions are to be there 100%. You know,
Right.
as much as I can.
Well, I think you'll be good, dude. I wish you the best.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna
thank
be
you,
cool,
bro. I
man.
appreciate that.
I think you're gonna be fine.
A lot of guys didn't. A lot of guys were like, "Yeah, you're gonna, you know, you're dumb."
Holy shit! Look at the rain.
I know it just started raining.
Oh my
Alaska gets really,
Yeah.
really
Dude,
rainy.
it's been
all
raining
of a
every
sudden.
day here.
Every 5 minutes, bam, back. Then it's gone.
Nice vacation for these people.
I know, poor people.
Yeah, very badass. Just walk around in the rain.
What do you let's talk about something that just happened day before yesterday. I don't know when this is gonna pop up, but let's talk about the violence right now on performing. Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, the Chappelle thing at the
at the Netflix
Hollywood Bowl.
is a joke at the Hollywood Bowl. Dave Chappelle was attacked. The guy, turns out he had a fake gun that's also a knife.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So he got in there. I don't know how he did it. Keep on finding more information about it. But
I don't know how I got past security, man. Especially this time after the Academy Awards thing.
What's your opinion on all that?
Well, dude's fucked up, obviously. But the more now, when it happened on the Academy Awards, you knew it was going to happen again.
Mm-hmm.
And now that it happened again, you know it's going to happen again. And my concern I'm more concerned with if it happens into a place with less security, like a place we play or I play. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm not Dave Chappelle, so when I hit a stage, I don't have an entourage. I don't have a lot of people around me. You know, sometimes you're doing a show, dude. There's nobody in there.
Yeah, I do. I'm not gonna lie. I have a small little entourage sometimes, you know, but
Yeah.
I know they wouldn't jump in. You know what I mean? They'd be like, they're more.
Your friends would be in the back.
They'd be like,
Yo, Cooch, you all right?
Get him, Cooch.
Get him.
You
I
know?
think he's got a gun or something.
Yeah. Do you think that's There's gonna be a bunch of people imitating that, and I don't. My biggest fear is that people are gonna think that they have an open door on that now. You know?
Well, two things are going to be fucked up about it. People are going to feel like they have an open door about it, and then comics are going to go the other way with it, and they're going to antagonize people.
Oh yeah.
And feel that they can say whatever the hell they want. And then when people watch the stage, they're like, dude, I'm just freedom of speech.
Yeah.
And there's a line between freedom of speech and, you know, yelling fire in a theater. We know the difference. Some problem is that some comics don't know the difference.
Well, those are the newbies, the guys that haven't worked that long. So but in their head, they're headliners.
Well, they're also I think they're also these guys that their focus is social media likes and follows.
Yeah.
As opposed to being a good comic and having good material.
And that's the mental vibe, I think, that the break that's the difference between comics right now.
There's some comedians I've met that feel they're 10 times funnier because they have way more followers.
Right.
And then you see them on stage and they're nothing, like there's no fat, it's all fat. There's no content, there's no story, there's nothing. And God bless them, I mean, they got to learn, but I think it's I think social media destroyed a lot of true comics, or true the pathway that you had.
Well, we've been on a path. Comedy's been on a path like that for decades, where it used to be they used to need to have like an hour's material before you got any time on the Tonight Show, back with Johnny Carson thing, when it was a deal. It was a big deal. So you need to have a lot of material. You need to be really good. And then as time got by, it got lower. Now you just need 10 good minutes for a while. And once you got 10 good minutes, you got a shot at the shows. Now it's not even that. If you get enough, you got one video that's viral. It doesn't matter if you're a working professional comic. You know, you get 9 million views, someone's going to throw money at you and get you on a stage and take advantage of those followers.
Doesn't that suck?
It does suck. And they do the same thing with casting, bro. They cast TV shows that way in movies. I knew a buddy that lost a pitch meeting because he didn't have enough followers. And he had a brilliant show. He's like, dude, they wouldn't even meet me because I didn't have the right amount of followers.
That's bullshit.
It's total bullshit. But that's where we're headed now. It goes back to the old video. I think I mentioned it to you the other day. David Bowie had this video in the late '60s.
Oh yeah, we're talking about it. Explain that one.
Yeah, he's talking. It's on YouTube. You can find it. You go if you Google David Bowie reporter '60s or something like that. But it's Bowie talking about the phenomenon of kind of Andy Warhol and the fact that he was a celebrity. And what he said is that someday we're going to reach a point where it's not going to matter how good you are, talented you are, great singer, great performer, good whatever. It's going to matter about how popular you are. What's going to matter is your popularity. So it'll be like you're a celebrity. He said, once you're a celebrity, that's all that's going to matter. And the reporter was shocked. The reporter's like, that's not right. That can't be right. But Bowie was explaining exactly what's happening.
Right of what it is now.
It's 100% what it is right now. Because there's plenty of people that still tour based on their YouTube or IG popularity, or other ones, TikTok and all the other stuff that's going on. There's always another platform coming out. And all the platforms are getting shorter. And that'll be the famous thing.
That's my new class.
Did you see that picture?
Which one?
Which one? Dude, it's trending. What is the picture? Serious?
The millisecond.
Dude, I got 9 million views. What? From the picture?
Do you think it's because people are naturally coming with ADD now, where it's just like they have too many things available at their hands, so it's just they can't get the same attention?
But I think people have acquired ADD because of the way social media and entertainment has been based the last few years. It doesn't matter about watching something for a long period of time. And I'm just as guilty as this dude. If I go on and see a video, I'll check and see how long it is.
Have you ever found yourself going on a rabbit hole? Like you'll search something, and then like dog fights, and then next thing you know you're going into deep, and then and go all the way to the weirdest shit ever, decapitation. You're like, what the hell? How did I get
then
here?
suddenly I'm 62, living in the basement. I haven't moved.
Doing comedy.
My kids have 2 kids. I'm like, what's up? Oh, I'm sorry, I got lost in this video.
I got lost on the UB and the 2B.
But yeah, dude. Everybody move. You move a clip. I think people's short attention span is based on the way entertainment. I think they focus on that now. They know they don't. Plus, also on a deeper fucking level, I don't think people don't want you to think and pay attention to things. They want you to have ADD. Yeah. Because they don't want you to be focused on something. Shit, let's look about what's going on in the news right now with Roe v. Wade. Yeah. And plus in anything that's going on politically in this country ever for the last 15 years.
I was watching about how certain left, right, whatever, how certain branches of the government are they're more concerned. They're trying to push the whole who leaked it,
yeah, the right is
the actual thing,
they always do that. There's always that goes back to the Hillary emails thing. Yeah, exactly. Where they're like, this is a big deal, and everyone's like, well, it's not really a big deal unless you make it a big deal, and then they did. But that's what now they try to get it's shiny. This is shiny.
This is the thing that's making noise. Look at this is the key. Don't pay attention to what it opens.
Yeah, you're looking the other way.
Look at the keys.
But that's the thing is you look at this for 1 minute and they want you to get your attention somewhere else. And that's both political parties play that fucking game all the time.
I don't trust politics at all.
Dude, I'm not.
I hate politics.
I don't like it either. I'm not a left or right guy, and it's even harder to be in the middle because
I just
both
hate
sides
the bullshitters.
I know.
Every bullshitter. You can see them as soon as you're on. Oh, dude, there's a reason why you're doing this. You're not doing this for your country. You're not doing this for your city, your state.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now I'm pissed off. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
What else do you want to talk about, Lenny Schmidt?
Where you from? You said you're from Northern California, is that right?
No. I was born in Los Angeles. I was born
okay.
I was born in East LA, actually, in Killer King Hospital, Martin Luther King Hospital.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
All right.
man.
Okay.
But I was raised in Mexico for about 5-6 years.
Okay.
And then came back and ended up living in Riverside, California, which is
Oh,
about
right.
an hour away. My whole family lives now in the Bay Area. They are all in the
Oh,
Bay
right,
Area. So
okay.
that's how I'm connected to the Bay.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. Now what did you do? You're a DJ as well.
I am a DJ. I started out as a DJ before I got into comedy. I've been DJing since I was like 15 years old.
Right.
And I just throughout the years, I ended up being a nightclub DJ and worked my way up the ranks and ended up DJing at Universal Studios for the New Year's.
Right.
For New Year's Eve, for the countdown, back when Millennium, where everybody was gonna die.
Yeah.
And
Oh, really?
Yeah,
99?
dude, yeah, man. And we ended up DJing inside the park, and me and this ex-DJ friend of mine, we don't really get along no more. But yeah, this is before I even considered being a comedian or something. But long story short, we would go back to back on turntables, but I would always talk on the microphone.
Right.
And people would stay in, we'd entertain people and stuff, and Universal really liked us, and they ended up keeping us. So for like years and years, we ended up being like the summer DJs all over the park and stuff. So yeah.
Dude, that's cool.
And comedy happened by accident. Completely happened.
How was that by accident?
There used to be a place called the Gibson at Universal Studios Hollywood.
Oh, we were right.
Which is theater.
Was that John Lovitz's place or
No, the
other
Gibson
one?
was the big gigantic. It was like a Staples.
Okay.
You know where Hogwarts is?
Yes.
That used to be a giant arena where people would go to concerts.
Oh shit! You know what? I saw somebody. A couple. All right.
Yeah, and
Seems
that's
to be
where.
right.
And I ended
saw
up.
the monkeys there.
Oh shit! Really? Damn.
I think so. Yeah.
Fucking good ass show.
It was the monkeys and someone else.
Were there only two, or were they three still?
It was it was three, but then because they LA back then, Nesmith would come out and play with them in LA.
Oh, that's cool.
So
That's
it was
dope.
the three of them, and then it was all of them actually. It was
That's
all of them.
dope.
And then Nesmith came in to do a spot, and I was a huge Monkeys fan. So
That place is called the Gibson, and I ended up showing up. I had access, and I went on a date, and I took this this chick to go see this Mexican singer. And I walked backstage, and they knew that I was like the MC and the DJ, and they needed my help, and they gave me a microphone, and they said, "Hey, we need you to entertain these people because the main act doesn't want to come out for 10 minutes." I'm like, okay, what do you guys want me to do? They're like, just entertain people, just talk, make them scream, do whatever.
Really?
Yeah, this is real shit. And
that's fucking the best.
I ended up going up there, and they wired me. They gave me an in-ear, and they gave me the microphone. And right when I'm coming out on stage, they grabbed my shirt and they ripped it a little bit. This lady named Lori Super, and she goes, "By the way, it's all in Spanish." And then she pushed me. So I walk outside on the stage, in that big ass stage, and people see something happening, and so they start getting loud, whatever. And the guy was like a Frank Sinatra and a Liberace mixed together. So he was this gay singer. So the first joke I ever did, it was in Spanish, and my joke was, "How's everybody doing tonight?" And the crowd roared, right? I go, "Where the ladies at? Where the men at? And where's everybody else?" And that was my first joke I ever did in my life.
Oh, right on.
Real shit. That's real shit, man.
That's
So,
dude. That's talking about being thrown to the fire. That's
I
pretty
shit you
fucking
not,
cool,
man.
bro.
Until today, I can't remember what I said for the next 6 minutes. But I do remember I made people laugh.
Good.
And I got off. I introduced this guy, and he goes up on stage. He's doing his thing, and the next thing you know, like I'm back. Now they give us backstage passes, like all access because
Right.
we're the artists,
Right.
And this guy comes up to me. He goes, "Hey, you're the comedian," and I go, "Sure, why not?" And the next day, no, he just told me, he goes, "You're funny," and I go, "Thanks, man." And then the next day, I went online and I searched I went on America Online and I searched how to be a comedian.
Yeah.
And the Ontario Improv popped up where they were doing comedy classes. Johnny Dam and Gary Cannon.
I remember Johnny Dan.
Yeah,
I know
those guys were
Gary,
doing-
but I remember Johnny Dan.
They were charging you $300 to give you a 6-week course. Those bastards.
Gary Cannon?
Yeah, Gary Cannon and Johnny Dam. They were charging $300 per student, and you would take this course for 6 weeks and end up doing a set
Right.
at the Ontario Improv.
Yeah, right. That's how I started out.
It was,
kinda.
but that's how I got into comedy, man.
that's
A lot of people came out of that particular class. Becky Buckwild.
Okay.
I don't know if you know who that is. She was on The Flavor of Love.
Yeah.
She came out of that. Charlene Yee. the actress, she came out of that particular class. She was on Pineapple Express, or she played the little nerdy girl always.
All right, yeah.
With the glasses. Oh, Knocked Up. Do you remember the movie Knocked
Yeah,
Up?
yeah.
She was a little Asian girl with the glasses that like, oh my God, what's it feel like being pregnant? That was, I knew her since that day. And then I popped out of there. Don Hefty, very funny comedian. He came out of it. So
Yeah.
out of 12 people, 4 made it. So
Right.
that's cool.
No, it's pretty good numbers.
I was addicted to it, man. It was like a drug, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I always tell people that's how it gets you, bro.
Yeah.
You go up and do it. Like the first time I went up, I killed, and then after that, I sucked for a long time. But I always go, comedy gets you when if you do it, and then it doesn't go well, you go, well, fuck that, I'm going back up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the difference.
Yeah.
Is either that or you go, I'll never do that again, or I'm going back up there, and that's how you get addicted to it.
I still have my first time on stage ever at the Ontario Improv is on YouTube.
Oh, is it
You
really?
can search it, and
Dude, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna
Oh,
play the
you
show.
got, yeah, dude.
Okay.
I'm so nervous. Yeah, da da da. I had this stupid joke about how Latinos don't pay their bills until they come in pink. So you'd go through it and be like, fuck,
Right.
I gotta pay this one. That was
Yeah,
one of my jokes.
that's kind of funny, dude.
Yeah, and then,
dude, that's why my mom used to follow something
Yeah,
similar.
yeah, I used to do that bit, man, and I listen to it. I watch it once in a while, and I'm just like, damn, you see yourself so green and so,
Right.
like, damn, you just.
Oh, dude, I hate watching old videotapes.
Oh, I
got
hate
old
it.
tapes of me and stuff. And
My dumbass went and recorded a comedy album 2 years after. 2 years after I started doing
oh,
comedy.
really?
If I could buy all those 500 CDs back from every single one of those people, I would pay double to get it back.
That's hilarious.
I say fuck 137 times in 39 minutes.
Dude, that's, Tommy Drake has a joke where he goes, Tommy Drake gives people a CD to anyone that bought his second CD. He goes, if you bought my second CD, I will give you one of these CDs.
Really?
Yeah, see, I'm so sorry about that second. So he's just apologizing. I'm really sorry. This one's much better. Please, I owe you money. Because people bought it. He's so embarrassed, he's so mad about it. He's like,
My friend Hefty, Don Hefty, gave me a frame with the album cover, the CD cover, and
Right.
the CD on the bottom right. And he gave it to me as a present. He goes, "Hey man, this is your first comedy album." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." And now I have it in my office at
Yeah.
the exit,
Yeah.
and it says with a little post that says "What not to do in life" with a little arrow
Oh,
pointing
really?
at the album. Just a little reminder.
Dude, you're going to
to
keep
myself.
that. That's the best, dude.
I'm
That's
like,
the,
dude.
Dude, talk about a motivational
Don't
thing
be
walking out the
fucking
door.
up in life. Don't cut the corners, buddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hey, remember this? Oh, fuck, I can do better. I can do
literally
better.
when I'm walking out, I'm like, it's like the worst, bro. Just a quick reminder: don't be fucking up, man.
Yeah,
as soon
that's
as
a
you get out of
motivator,
here.
brother. That's good.
So yeah, dude. But yeah, man, it's like addicting, I guess. And to me, it was progress. It was evolving. Any good entertainer evolves, and from being a DJ, I'm still a DJ, but I have that same passion, if not more, for comedy now.
Right.
I'm like, I still get nervous before I get up on stage, and that's really awesome.
Well, everybody, I still get, we always talk about that.
hate
Everybody
it
ever
when I
talks
hear
on the show, everyone says, I get nervous.
I hate it when I hear somebody going, "Oh, it's just my thing." Yeah, go
Yeah,
fuck yourself.
I was editing, I told you I'm working on Vince Morris's show that I taped forever ago. But we had a big conversation about that.
Uh-huh.
He always gets, especially him, because he goes up, he has no idea what the fuck he's going to do. So when he just goes.
That
So we're all-
anxiety.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he's like,
it's like
I'm
a
always
drug.
nervous. So I'm always a little bit nervous right before the show starts.
What are you most nervous about? That's a good question. Nobody's ever asked.
There's always a little part of me, dude, that right before I go on stage that thinks, what if I'm not funny anymore? Just for a second, that goes into my head.
Really?
What if they think I'm not going to be funny? What if they think it's not going to be? And that disappears pretty quickly. At the beginning, my first thing I worry about is I try to find something in the room that I can make fun of besides my act. I like to start in the room with people and joke about stuff, and then bring them into the act as I do the show. So I'm constantly looking for something to find. I'm trying to find funny, but when I go on stage.
I'm always nervous. I've never really asked that question to myself until right now. That's crazy. But I think I'm nervous just like to go up there and forget what I'm about to talk about. Or if I say something and not like my first time I did Alaska, I was shitting bricks.
Yeah.
Because it was a 90% all white crowd.
Right.
Everybody over 60 in their 50s and 60s. And my opening joke, there was an old man on the left-hand side of the stage. I'm standing in front of the stage, and he's in a wheelchair. And I go up and I said, I want everybody to live tonight like it's your last. And I looked at the guy and I go, you know what I'm talking about, right, brother? And I tapped him. And instead of a laughter, it was a, ooh, you know?
Right? Because this crowd's a lot closer to the other end.
And I was like, dude, bad decision.
Might not have been the greatest idea in the world.
But I ended up getting chuckles a little bit after that. But yeah, they weren't with me no more after that. They were just like, this guy's a dick. Yeah, this guy's an asshole.
Who's this young asshole?
Yeah, you know.
Young whippersnapper.
Whippersnapper. That's a true story, man. Fucking idiot. So now, even now, like, I was nervous coming to Alaska. That's why I was all happy because I was coming with you. I'm like, well, you know, Lenny will, like, loosen me up a little bit and, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely better when you're with somebody you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And sometimes I'll get nervous in a new room, but for the most part, no, there's always a little part of me, especially when I came back from COVID. I definitely had this thing constantly, what if I lost it?
No.
What if I'm not funny?
Do you hold back, like, on your act now? Or do you just say, fuck it, I'm going to go for broke and that's it?
Well, I'm more calculated.
As far as what?
Well, I don't know if I necessarily hold back because I try to read a room and I have an idea what I want to do and what I want to say when I go up there. So one thing I try to do for sure is I slow down because I tend to move really fast and talk very fast. And if you mean by holding back, I don't like to just go up there and be really blue and dirty. I just like to go up there and paint a picture.
I can't.
It's really important, which is like one of the things I was going to bring up is you're really good at telling a story and painting a picture.
Yeah,
like
that takes a while.
Yeah, I know, but you've got quite a few bits that are long stories, and you explain them in detail that people are on board for the whole thing.
Yeah,
which is really hard to do these days because some people aren't really into bits.
It's very risky.
Yeah.
For me, because it's back to that ADD conversation where people just want to laugh and laugh now. So to be able to go into a story and, you know, even sometimes an emotional story and then still make it funny is kind of.
Yeah, because if they zone out for a second in the middle of it, they lose the back end of it. You know what I mean?
They're like, oh, you know.
And they're like, you still talking about this? You know?
Yeah. I've never, at first when I started doing it, I never realized how hard it actually is to do that, you know? I just kind of developed the stories and stuff and then try to find the beats on what to make somebody laugh on, but then now when I watch them, when I record them and stuff, I go back and I'm like, oh shit, that was pretty hard. That's, whoa, you know, like, yeah.
Right.
So, I don't know, man, it's the style that I decided to do. So, I like it.
The style that what?
The style that I decided to do.
Okay, well, dude, I like it. It's good. You do a good job. You're doing a good job. Yeah. And it works, in this room it works really well because they pay attention to stories and bits. Like 3-day crowds are a little bit different.
Oh, 3-day crowds is more bam, 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 bam. Those guys just want to go listen to the show and go drink right now.
Drink, right. We're already in their way to get liquor. These guys are still talking? Why is that happening?
Exactly.
So, do me a favor, like the video, hit the thumbs up thing there for me. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, helps me out. This show stays to stream. Will be on Tuesdays at 6 o'clock. This episode was my buddy George. And just like the show. Also, if you want to, the whole network, Lenny Schmidt Comedy Network, has 5 different YouTube shows on there, a couple of different podcasts. And we have no sponsors or anything like that. If you want to support the channel, you can like the videos, like I said, or go to payifyoucan.com. There's a whole bunch of ways that you can support the channel through Patreon members and donating money and so forth. We'd appreciate it. Helps us out to keep the show moving and moving along.
Support my boy. He has 2 daughters.
I have 2 daughters.
Yeah. A lot of makeup.
Yeah, so we'll we'll try to keep the show moving every Tuesday nights moving forward. And this was Cooch. You'll see him again.
Peace.
We'll be on Tuesdays at 6 o'clock. This episode was my buddy George. And this was Cooch. You'll see him again.
Peace.